Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential problem. And make sure to stick until the end of the video where I have 3 bonus problems that are similar to this one, which you guys can try to solve. Alright, so I have 5 to the power of 5 over 5 to the power of 5 plus 5 to the power of 3. Now, this is the same thing as 5 to the power of, 5, this is the same thing as 3 plus 2. So I'm going to replace the exponent 5 with 3 plus 2 over, same for the 5 for a 5 in our denominator. I'm going to replace that with 5 to the power of 3 plus 2. And then I have my plus 5 to the power of 3. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So 5 to the power of 3 plus 2, that's going to equal 5 to the power of 3 times 5 to the power of 2. Now I have this over 5 to the power of 3 times 5 to the power of 2 again, and plus 5 to the power of 3. Now, for our denominator, because both terms here have 5 to the power of 3 in them, I'm going to factor out 5 to the power of 3. So now I have 5 to the power of 3 times 5 to the power of 2 plus 1. Now these two 5 to the power of 3's can simply cancel out. So I'll be left with 5 to the power of 2 over 5 to the power of 2 plus 1. Now 5 to the power of 2, this is equal to 25, over 5 to the power of 2 plus 1, this is 25 plus 1. 25 plus 1 is 26, so I have 25 over 26. And this is my answer. Alright, so I have 50 to the power of 100 over 100 to the power of 50. So now 100, we can rewrite this as 50 plus 50. So now I have 50 to the power of 50 plus 50 over, now 100, this is the same thing as 2 times 50. So over 2 times 50 to the power of 50. Now if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So 50 to the power of 50 plus 50, that's going to equal 50 to the power of 50 times 50 to the power of 50. So now, if I have something in the form a times b to the power of m, this is equal to a to the power of m times b to the power of m. So 2 times 50 to the power of 50, that is going to equal 2 to the power of 50 times 50 to the power of 50. Now, these two 50 to the power of 50s can cancel out. So now I'm left with 50 to the power of 50 over 2 to the power of 50. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m over b to the power of m, this is equal to a over b to the power of m. So in this case, I have 50 to the power of 50 over 2 to the power of 50. So this is going to equal 50 over 2 to the power of 50. So we are essentially factoring out our exponent here from our two terms because both terms have the same exponent. So just like if two terms had the same coefficient, we would factor out that coefficient. So these two terms have the same exponent, so we're technically factoring out the exponent. So now 50 divided by 2, this is equal to 25. So now I have 25 to the power of 50. And 25, this is the same thing as 5 squared. So now I have 5 squared to the power of 50. Now if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So 5 to the power of 2 to the power of 50 is equal to 5 to the power of 2 times 50. And 2 times 50 is 100, so 5 to the power of 100 is my answer. So I have 100 to the power of 200 over 200 to the power of 100. Now, 200, this is the same thing as 2 times 100. So I have 100 to the power of 200 over 2 times 100 to the power of 100. Now, if I have something in the form a times b to the power of m, this is equal to a to the power of m times b to the power of m. So 100 to the power of 200 over 2 to the power of 100 times 100 to the power of 100. Now, this is the same thing as 1 over 2 to the power of 100 times 100 to the power of 200 over 100 to the power of 100. And this is because 2 to the power of 100 is in our denominator, and anything in the denominator is the same thing as 1 over that number. So now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So in this case, I have 100 to the power of 200 over 100 to the power of 100. And this is going to equal 100 to the power of 200 minus 100. 200 minus 100 is equal to 100, so I have 1 over 2 to the power of 100 times 100 to the power of 100. Now, we can go ahead and multiply these two again. So now I'll have 100 to the power of 100 over 2 to the power of 100. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m over b to the power of m, this is the same thing as a over b to the power of m. So we are technically, in this case, factoring out our exponent here, because let's say we had 5x plus 15, we would be factoring out 5, right? So in this case, we are factoring out our exponent because both terms share the same exponent, and in this case, both terms share the same factor. So now this would equal 100 over 2 to the power of 100. 100 over 2, this is equal to 50, so I have 50 to the power of 100, and this is our answer. So I have 50 to the power of 10 over 25 to the power of 5. Now first off, 25 here, this is the same thing as 5 squared. So now I have 50 to the power of 10 over, if I replace 5 squared with 25, I have 5 squared to the power of 5. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So I have 50 to the power of 10 over 5 to the power of 2 to the power of 5. That's going to equal 5 to the power of 2 times 5. And 2 times 5 is 10. So now I have 50 to the power of 10 over 5 to the power of 10. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m over b to the power of m, this is equal to a over b to the power of m. So in this case, 50 to the power of 10 over 5 to the power of 10, this is going to equal 50 over 5 to the power of 10. Now, 50 over 5, that's the same thing as 10. So now I have 10 to the power of 10. And now we can actually simplify this. 10 to the power of 10 is the same thing as 10 multiplied by itself 10 times, right? So I have 10 times 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 10. Well, now we have 10 zeros here, meaning this is the same thing as 1 with 10 zeros. So I have 1 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 zeros. So now our answer here is going to be 10 billion. So 10 billion is our answer to this problem. Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have 9 to the power of 2x minus 1 minus 9 to the power of 2x minus 2 equals 1944. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to rewrite 9 to the power of 2x minus 1 as 9 to the power of 2x minus 2 times 9 to the power of 1. Because remember, when we're multiplying these, we would add the exponent 1 with negative 2. So this would be 2x minus 2 plus 1, which is 2x minus 1. So I'm just rewriting it like this, and we are still subtracting 9 to the power of 2x minus 2 from this. And this is still equal to 1944. So now, as you can see, we have two terms with 9 to the power of 2x minus 2 in them. So I'm going to factor 9 to the power of 2x minus 2 out of the left-hand side of this equation. So if I do that, 9 to the power of 2x minus 2 times 9 to the power of 1 divided by 9 to the power of 2x minus 2 is simply just 9 to the power of 1. And minus 9 to the power of 2x minus 2 divided by 9 to the power of 2x minus 2 is 1. So now, well, 9 to the power of 1 is 9, and minus 1 is 8. And I'm still multiplying this with 9 to the power of 2x minus 2. This equals, I can actually rewrite 1944 as 8 times 9 times 9 times 3. So now these two 8s would cancel out, so this would be 9 to the power of 2x minus 2 equals, well, 9 times 9 is 9 squared times 3 is actually 9 to the power of 1/2. Because 1/2 is the same thing as the square root of 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. And now, as you can see, what I've done is I've made all the terms have a base of 9. So now, when we're multiplying two exponents, let's say we have a to the power of m times a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m plus n. So 9 to the power of 2 times 9 to the power of 1/2, this is 9 to the power of 2 plus 1/2. And 2 plus 1/2 is 2.5. So this would be 9 to the power of 2.5. And this is equal to 9 to the power of 2x minus 2. Now, because both are bases here, because these two are the same, our exponents are actually the same as well. This means that 2x minus 2 is equal to 2.5. And now, as you can see, we've created an equation. So now I'm going to add 2 on both sides to isolate x. So now this would get us 2x is equal to 2.5 plus 2 is 4.5. Now if I divide 2 on both sides, I get x equals 2.25. And this is our answer.